Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Player, where we are hopefully going to be wrapping up Vagrant Story and recording it all on VHS. Last time, oh geez, what was last time? Last time we went into Iron Maiden and got our chest key finally. There is one more chest that I want to open, and it required also getting a sigil from somewhere. I don't know where we got it. By the way, here's dummy. And yeah, basically it was the, hey, I'm going to go do a training montage, and there's just like one thing that I want to show real quick outside of that. So yeah, most of the chests that were worth grabbing with the chest key were in Iron Maiden. The ones outside of it had just kind of crummy equipment, like iron nonsense. Maybe some gems and things, but overall it was just like, cool, that's not great. What else have we done? Right, there was the big old training montage. So, we've got our classic Gawain here, which you'll notice has higher points on human right now. We've put in these Talos Feldspars, which raise physical attack. And so, Gawain is good against humans, and it is deeply physical. So that's it's set up. We still have Seventh Heaven kicking around. It's just kind of there. I thought I had one of those gems. So, the Eviscerator, this is just something I picked up in one of those locked chests, I believe. So, it's just kind of around. We have Kane's Regret. This is a polearm that I put together for beasts and dragons. Again, and I'm not using it too much, but it's there. And then we have Jingle's Bell, which previously was called Jingle, but hey, we found a slightly better blade. So it's got the Spasher Sword blade, it's got the Power Palm, which gives us a good three gems. And we've got the, hey, let's just make sure we hit stuff, and also it raises our agility by 5. And then we've got like these two kind of standard gems that raise evil and light attributes. Which means this is a very good sword against evil and light. As you can see there, the blade is maxed out on evil and light, and then we've got these on top of it. And what you end up with is this absolute beast of a sword for a very specific purpose. So why the heck are we back at the beginning of the game if we're trying to finish the game? Well, there's this kind of neat boss. Hey, remember that Minotaur? Way back, what was that, episode 2? So yeah, there's a Minotaur way back here. And then this door got locked. And hey, we have the stock sigil, so we can use that, and let's head on in. And oh no, there's a Minotaur zombie now. Now what's interesting is like, I just like this because it's like, hey, remember that Minotaur you fought? It's now a zombie because of the dark magics that are in Leomond. I like it. I like it as a flavor. Also, it's going to give me a chance to show off some things. So, yeah, notice how with Gawain, we're dealing 64. We'd be doing 64 damage. If we pop over, remembering how to control things. No. This one. So let's switch that over to Jingle's Bell, which is my evil and undead hunting weapon. And notice that it doesn't even have that many points in undead. It's only got 9 points towards undead, but that 118 points of light. Let's see what sort of difference that makes. Oh, by the way, I finally learned a trick in these menus, and I keep forgetting to do it. Apparently, if I just hit triangle from this point, it just closes the menu out entirely and gets me back into the game, which, that's nice. Would have been great to know about that the entire time. I swear this was doing more. Either way, it's up to 84 instead of, 65? So it's doing better. also, I believe that light value gets added into magic, so my heals with Jingle Out are real good. So, hey. There we go. That's the 100 I was expecting to see. I think it was just my arm was kind of damaged from one of his attacks. There you go. Minotaur zombie, dead. I forgot he gave us those rune earrings. I should see what they do. We get an elixir of queens. Hey, more hit points. And also... the last chest that I have access to that requires a chest key. There's this Damascus circle shield in here. Some half-decent potions. But hey. Oh, and unfortunately we don't have all of the magic, so we can only teleport like halfway at a time. Let's take a look at my item pile. Oh, there was one thing that was interesting. Let's just go ahead and use this. Well, hey, we got 3. That's a decent number. One thing in a lock chest was restoration. I can cure paralysis with magic now. Hooray! Also, we still have all of these wines somewhere in here. What are all these? Alright, I forgot. We have cure all of the things. So we have all those wines. They're apparently like stat up elixirs as well. I don't know. Should I just drink them? I probably should, but meh. Like, I hadn't really given too much thought about it. Like, I just kind of wonders, like, are these useful anywhere else? And like, granted, the guide that I've been peeking at is, you know, from when this game was recent, so a good old 20 years ago, probably. And it has this little thing at the bottom of just like, oh, and here's some rumors, and it's just like, hey, we're not. I don't want to mess around with any of these like lolsy rumors like Final Fantasy VI had. So no, there doesn't seem to be anything about. Still can't quite make it all the way. Thank you. Apparently there's rumors of just like, you know, way back when, what is her name? Character name that is also Riskbreaker, but she's new. Heck. Anyway, whatever her name is, she mentions early on of just like, hey, if you find any wines, they're mine. So apparently there were rumors or just like some considerations, just like, oh, what if you like go into New Game Plus and you have all these wines? Can you do anything with that? The answer seems to be no, but you know, now the idea has been planted in my mind, and it was also just kind of weird that they would have all these wines in here and not serve a greater purpose. So, they probably don't. I should probably just drink them. Boop, 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 ba-doop. Alright. We're going to stare at Ashley just a little bit longer while we get everything set up. So at this point, we are good to go into the end of the game. I don't remember if... Why am I so bad at names? Dude upstairs. Whatever the big bad name is. I don't remember if when we fight him, if he is human to start, or if he just is straight up evil. But we'll just things as necessary when we do that. Also, yeah, the grinding out the elemental properties for Jingle, it took a long time. It was basically like go in, like luckily it wasn't like a really far run from a save point or anything, so the way I was doing it was basically going in and attacking the thing until I get up to about 100 risk, and then I would turn around and run to a different area, because to reset the hit points on a dummy, you need to leave the area entirely. So for the dummy that I was using, we've already seen this, so I'm not rereading it. I'm just going to talk over it. I hope that's okay. The dummy that I was using was that imp dummy, or gremlin, or whatever it was, that was like just one room over from the front door of this cathedral. Man, this is just a really cool cutscene. Okay, I can skip it. I didn't really want to, kind of. Their cutscenes are so good. It feels bad skipping them. Man, they do just make everything look super great. Ugh. Alright, I'm getting absorbed into this again. This game's good. I've really enjoyed this game. Like, I'm still concerned about how it's been as a Let's Play game, just because it's like, there's a lot of menuing, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But man, this game looks really cool, and it plays really well. And apparently you can get that sword. Alright, well, he is, in fact, evil to start with. not worth doing combos and building up the risk. Alright, well, cool. We're already on to second phase. I'm still not entirely sure who's speaking in these cutscenes. Like, is this Ashley speaking to himself? Or is it Guildenstern speaking at him, trying to, like, sway him or entrap him in all of the machinations, etc., etc.? Because, yeah, Guildenstern appears here, and, like, I think it's been Guildenstern speaking the entire time. Except for that line, I think is supposed to be his wife? But who's saying that line? Okay, it's him. I'm just still, like, really impressed with how much character they're able to get across in so few polygons. Like, just the little, like, her brushing her hair, like, you know, behind her ear, like, that is such a small detail of an animation, but it's just, like, it sells it so much. And also just, like, the very tiny movements, like, you know, it kind of just looks like her face is just occasionally, like, changing shape very slightly, but it's also just, like, it's clear that it's, like, it is that breathing animation that is just, like, you know, it's not, like, her chest, you know, rising and falling super fast or anything like that, and, you know, those idle breathing animations are always just like they're so hit and miss. Because you get, like, the ones that are, like, just way too fast and everybody looks like they're always out of breath. But, like, this one is just so subtle that it feels right. I do know how to make an arena. Alright, hopefully this time we'll actually be able to deal some amount of damage that's more than like 1 or 2. Okay, so first thing is first. Do all of the classic preparations. Oh, that do hurt. That do hurt a lot. No. Also, real quick, let's do that classic. Or just ignore that I hit a button. Oh, come on. Nonsense, I say. Oh, I had forgotten just how kind of obnoxious and awkward this boss fight is. There we go. Still 0. Okay, cool. Glad to know that training montage was in fact utterly pointless. Great, 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 great. Perfect. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what to do. Air hurts some, I guess. Alright, well, I guess that's the plan then. We're just going to have to break art it out. I'm really upset right now. Like, just... It took so long. Like, every time that I would go and fight the gremlin and, like, you know, try to... Where he's... In like, the training montage, it was, like, go fight this thing repeatedly, walk away, and, like, every run was about, like, 10 points in the, you know, training column. So, it was, like... You know, had to do this like 10 or 12 or some odd times to get this weapon all maxed out. And I'm really annoyed right now that all of that amounts to, yeah, no. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. What are these? That's not... This is Apocalypse or whatever that... Oh, no. If I hack this up, that's it. That's just game. Oh, messed it up. That's really frustrating. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm super dead. Yeah, I know. So yeah, the way to counteract Bloody Sin is to hit him. Good luck doing so, I guess. It's basically like try like hold down L2 and hopefully get the timing right on yeah, it's hopefully get the timing right on everything. Oh wow, that's a good chunk of damage. Can't skip his death animation. Should be able to skip everything that comes after, though. I am so frustrated at this game right now. Like, it's not like... It's not necessarily frustration. It's like I'm disheartened. Like, I put in all this work doing this stupid grind, and then just like... It's mildly for naught. Like, maybe I guess it is working out because it did get me the break art points or whatever to have these abilities with the great sword, so that's fine, I guess. But it's just so disheartening to like do all of that grind and then at the end of it still be told, nah, 0. Let's see if I can get lucky on placement and timing and everything. And get like a couple real strong attacks off. Well, first we have to catch the boss. This arena really does look cool, but also it is just... Oh, come on. Don't do this to me, game. I'm already frustrated. Okay, so 93 at 60. the arena looks super cool. It is very difficult to tell where anything is. Looks like he is out of range. Cool. And he is probably still out of range. Of course. Let's just use Sunder because it doesn't devour quite so much of my hit points, and I can get more hits off that way. And out of range. Let's try that. Brings us down slightly in the light department, but you know what, that's fine. Importantly though, it increases our chances to hit, and I just canceled out of that, so let's hit that again. Braveheart. Okay, yes, back. See, what's really frustrating about Bloody Scent is that it also counts as a physical attack, so, like, even though I have Magic Ward, it wouldn't do anything against it. It would just make it to where my next heal wouldn't do anything. Okay, which way? Is this Bloody Sin? Yes. Right? No, I got him. Ashley.
Quickly, it's all collapsing.
But Agent Riot.
There is no time. Go now.
And what then? What's that? We are finished. Oh, jeez.
We must tell them what has happened here. Flee, Nisa.
Come back alive, Tiger. Alive!
Now the slower stance begins, partner. 'Tis a fine tomb we shall share.
Gods be with you, Riot. No, Arden, stay here. Don't go.
You speak at last. A terror. I'm sorry.
Duke Bardorba's secondary residence, Greylands, 1 week later.
Well met, Sydney. So it is done. You've suffered much.
That voice is nowhere near what it started with.
I, too, have played my part. Let us leave the rest to this Ashley. He is the one you have chosen. I know what must be done. I was not much of a father to you. Forgive me, my son.
Sire, Your Excellency! Someone, bring water! Our lord has fallen!
Who walks there at this hour? What is your business? Show your papers.
Calo Merlos, VKP Inquisitor.
My lady, I beg your forgiveness.
It is no matter. You are merely doing your duty.
Thank you, my lady.
So began the story of the Wanderer, the Vagrant. The Phantom Pain. Good old Vagrant Story TM. Oh, hooray, we get to see some random chunks of art. I do always like when they give you all the character names. That's always nice. Oh. I will admit, kind of confused by the ending, but that's fine. I'm just not 100% sure if it's like, okay, is Ashley just kind of living on through other people? Is he changed into some sort of magic shapeshifter nonsense? Has he joined Organization 13? This game's good. This game is real neat. And man, this art. This is... Okay, this game is just like an absolute visual feast, and just like, holy crap that it is a PlayStation game. It's also frustrating that apparently it didn't sell super well in Japan. It's one of those like super critically acclaimed games that just like didn't do super well apparently. Which is just the biggest shame. It's also wild how few people are involved in making these older games. Like, yeah, you see credits nowadays and it just like goes on and on and on and on and on, just like hundreds and hundreds of names. And then you have like PlayStation 1 games, it's just like, yeah, it's like, 13 or so people. This is of course more than 13 people. I'm making reference to like, I think Kingsfield. At some point it's like in the back of the manual there's the credits list, and it's just like, oh man, that is those eyes, hot dang. That is some strong art that just like, oh, ugh. It's spooking me. Hey, Visual Works team. Anyway, yeah. Old games. So few people, like, comparatively, that worked on them. And, like, it's just wild. Like, I don't know. That's all I got. Alright, so there's Wanderer Ashley. And Barkeep. Motion actress as Muhlenkamp. It's probably Muhlenkamp, now that I think about it. It's a lot of analysts. It's a doggo. The true reward for beating the game. Here is a picture of a doggo. Please enjoy. Squirts? Interesting. Special thanks, quote unquote, our European friends. Just kind of trying to wrap my thoughts up, and just like, this game's real good. 20 years old. Well, 21 years old now, I guess. Sometime this year it'll be 21 years old. I think it already happened. I probably retweeted something. Oh, Finn. All in all, sure is a good video game. There's apparently all sorts of like new game plus sort of stuff. Mission complete. Good chunk of map. We're a destroyer. Good job, me. So yeah, I guess that's a wrap on Vagrant Story. Ooh, game clear data. Alright, we'll do the classic thing where I just kind of load up the game again and start rambling. Or I just try to throw my controller on the floor. That works too. So yeah. Map is at 0% again. Interesting. Looks like we do keep all of our stats. I wonder if we keep all of our spells and equipment. I do wonder if like the game gets harder the second time around or any of that. Just remember, there's a lot of cutscenes at the start of the game. Man, that art is real good. This game does start off just super strong. This game is real good throughout. Like, I'm still really kind of annoyed about my grind fest to just like... I mean, at least I was dealing any damage in the end. And... thank goodness. Body is but a vessel for the soul, puppet which bends the soul's tyranny, and lo, the body is not eternal, for it must feed on the flesh of others, lest it return to dust whence it came, therefore must the soul deceive, despise, and murder men. So it's actually just like a wandering soul now. Yeah. I guess we skipped the opening on New Game Plus. Alright, so it looks like we still have all of our equipment. Still have all of our chain stuff. So basically you can just like play through the game again. They restart the timer. So neat. Hooray, we finished the game once. We have the Seeker of Truth. Oh hey, Horde Finder. We found the chest key. Master of Blades. Attacked over 500 times with a weapon. Yeah, I sure did that because of training montage. Cool. So there's just... essentially, it's a bunch of secret achievements. Before, you know, achievements were a thing. Round 1, 32 hours. Really? My best chain is only 11 long? Yep. Yep, you can see... you can definitely see that training montage. I never attacked with a staff. I've never attacked unarmed. Encyclopedia. So there are still enemies I haven't seen. So yeah, there's our Minotaur. And then there's the Minotaur Lord that I fought somewhere at some point. I have no idea. And then there's that Minotaur zombie. Neat. Cool, 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 cool. So yeah, that's Vagrant Story, I suppose. I don't know how to wrap this up. This has been a good game. I kind of want to play it more, but like not on things. I have no idea what game to play next or, you know, any of that. And I've been, just struggling to get videos out anyway, so who knows? I don't know. We're wrapping up. There's comments if you have a game that you really think I should play that you really want to see on VHS or any of that stuff. But yeah, this game's been real good. I still have concerns of whether or not it was a fun Let's Play to watch, but hopefully it was at the very least relaxing enough. Hope you enjoyed. I've had a good time with this one, even though it's just been real hard to find time for it lately. Yeah. Man. This is definitely the series that has suffered the most delays, and I'm kind of... I don't know how I feel about that, but... this is a good game. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's still... this looks great. Like, I am... I don't know, like... this texture work is so good. Like, I'm thinking about just, you know, all the... like, oh, we did AI scaling up on Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm using that weird voice for that, because, like, I don't know. Like, ultimately, I like games to look the way that they were all, like, originally meant to look, I guess. So, like, all the weird AI upscaling, like, the screenshots I've seen for, like, Final Fantasy VII is just, like, I don't know, there's always just, like, a bit of something is lost there. Like, it's fine if you want to do that. It's just, it's not for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm entirely rambling. I'm tired. This has been a fun game. I need to find something to play next. Heck. Cool. So, yeah, we'll see. Vagrant Story, good game, highly recommended. Visual feast, pretty, like, really neat combat system. Lot of interesting ideas. Really, yeah, a lot of good stuff. And now we have this really beefy, like, weapon specifically for killing evil and undead, and now I basically actually like, have things to carry through. And man, it'd be kind of, this would have been a really great game to have as a kid, because you only get like, is that still a thing where you only get like one game every once in a while, and like you need to make that game last? Like, I know for me, like, we're going to talk about Metroid Prime again. Maybe I should just play Metroid Prime so I can talk about Metroid Prime. Anyway, like, for me, like, okay, Metroid Prime is just like, I wanted to explore every nook and cranny of that game, and like I spent several months playing it a lot, and just over and over again and repeatedly, and like, I don't know, I found that a lot harder to do as an adult. And like, is that still a thing for kids? Like, I know with like games being, there's just so many games, and there's so many like freely available games, or like games that you can play for free that have other monetization and all that stuff. Like, is that still a thing where you would just like something like Vagrant Story, where you have it and it's like, okay, cool, I beat the game, but now there's all of these titles and everything to dig through, and like, well, this is the game that I got, and I'm not going to get another one for a couple months, so I'm just gonna keep playing this one because I enjoyed it, and I wanna dig into it further. And yeah, I don't know, I'm entirely rambling. Like, is that still a thing? Is that still a thing for kids? I know it was a thing for me, but that was before the internet, actually got huge, and before we had, hey, you can play Apex Legends for free, or Fortnite for free, or I don't know, there's a bunch of other games that you can play for free. And, there's always other monetization strategies, and those may or may not have mixed feelings and all that stuff. Entirely rambling. I don't know. There are games that you can play, and there were free games when I was a kid, but they were much simpler, I guess. Back in my day, we played games. I don't know. What am I doing? Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Vagrant Story is a good game. Have yourself a lovely evening.